Yeah, man. So I figured I'd do a recap with y'all. You feel me? I've been working real hard for the last couple weeks. And for some people, I know that it'd be hard to keep up. You know what I mean? So I'm here to just give y'all a recap and an update on everything that we've been going through. And then also, y'all feel free to ask any questions in the comments and all that good stuff if you're interested. I'm sitting here sending this all to the wrong people. You know when you be sending stuff out and you send it to the one person who you don't want to send it to? That'd be the craziest. So, we just here to recap the week. Been doing a lot of interviews. I just joined Rec Philly. I've been getting a lot of content done lately. Let me move this over a little bit. I'm going to be leaning forward a lot. So, yeah. I wish I could get this lower. I really do wish I could get this lower. But, yeah, people, apparently this is the way people like it though, right? Like all of this up here, I guess so you can put your edited captions and hooks up here, and I don't know. I don't argue with companies, right? Like if they make their products like this, I know they did a good deal of homework, discovering what the good behind that was. So let the $1 billion companies do what the $1 billion companies do, right? Let them make the products, right? So we just use them. So that has nothing to do with what I came here to talk about today, right? Today I just wanted to talk about what I had going on, and then things that you could get tapped into as well. That's what you're interested in doing. I might actually have to move this. Like it's messing with me. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I have a brain that's like it over analyzes stuff, and this is one of those things, guys. I'm not gonna do it. All right, today, look. Give me some feedback if I should move it. That's where we're gonna leave it at, because that helps a lot. But yeah. So we started off with getting our membership during the middle of this month, right? To think that June is almost already over. I remember I have some bank stuff going on, basically where they're gonna open up one of my credit limits soon. So that's dope. I've been waiting for July for a couple of months now. So hopefully, right? There's no guarantee, but hopefully they approve me for what I was looking forward to. Pray for me. And then so, with that being said, I'm like, the middle of the year transpired, right? So whatever you've been working on this year that you said you were gonna get done this year, you are at halftime. This is the halftime show, right? Like, make sure that y'all be real with yourselves as well, because a lot of y'all be capping. Right, you are nowhere near close to your goal. I'd like to be closer to my goal. I'm supposed to have 1,000 people in my Discord by the end of this year. That was the goal that I set, and I recognize that Discord is like college level social media. It's like, okay, this is not for beginners. Like, you got to know how to navigate social media as well as provide enough value to get other people to move around. So it's a very, I got to 178 though, right? And I'm very, very proud of myself for that. But I don't, that's like my halftime report. So the goal is to make 10 people, right? Oh, there's no audio? Oh, shoot. There's no audio. That's interesting. Is that everybody or is that just my mans? Can y'all hear me? I know y'all did not just let me do this whole time and y'all couldn't hear me. Y'all gotta have heard me, right? It must just be him. All right, I was about to say I was about to be so mad if y'all just sat there and just let me do this the whole time and couldn't hear me. I was gonna be hot. But yeah. So yeah, that Discord is like higher level social media. I'm gonna make 10 people as equipped to carry that out, and then we can get 100 people a piece to get inside of the Discord versus I'm just trying to pull through 1,000 people. Mind you, I got like 6,000 Johns. I got 6,000 followers. I have 6,000 followers and counting. I got a couple more. I'm just trying to make a larger point. I got thousands and thousands of followers, but to get 1,000 of those people to convert over into a space where we be intentional about the work was very difficult, right? Only got 178 of them. And then even with those 178, I wasn't even able to consistently maintain their interest because, I guess, just to be frank, I'll take full accountability. Maybe I wasn't providing enough interest, right? I was providing tools, group chats, weekly calls. I was doing a whole lot of stuff. It just seemed like the same people who would make the effort to be there on Instagram made that same effort to get to Discord. So I said, all right, well, let me not make it hard for the people who are already rocking for me by making them jump through 2 hoops. Let's just keep it on Instagram. So then I made another group chat, and now we're at about 60 people in that one. So technically, I'm at 230, right? Like, technically speaking, right? So that's that's perspective, right? Like, I guess I'm a little bit closer. But the reason why I was mentioning that was because I had put so much value. I made hundreds of videos. Like, I do a lot to make and maintain that system. And so, there's a lot more work to do. So, I was at the halfway mark. I'm like, all right, how can I market myself and like bring myself into more rooms where, we can get some of the work that we need to get done, in terms of our goals. Because like I mentioned earlier, a lot of us, we ain't even started, we ain't close to our goals. And, I'm here to hold you accountable, right? As well as, I'm always hold myself accountable. I can't be talking straight to y'all the whole time. I actually got to upload some videos. So feel free to ask any questions so I don't get so caught up in what I'm talking about. That way, I can actually get some work done while we're here today. So, I came to Rec Philly. I got a membership because, to be frank with y'all, because y'all here for the real. And I don't want y'all to, like, think that this is the same thing that you get in anywhere else. So I'm going to be frank with you. I offered hundreds of opportunities for people to collaborate and go to the next level. They didn't want to go to the next level. So now I'm at the next level spot, right? This is the place where people want to go to the next level. Not necessarily everybody here. This is the place. These are not the people that I'm not going to put that. You see me looking out the window. I'm not going to project that on everybody, like what level or what effort that they're making. But I know that this place is meant for people who want to go to the next level. So I'm like, all right, let me use these resources and this time to really connect with the people who were willing to go to the next level, because I had to pay a significant amount of money to be in here, right? I'm not afraid of making the investment towards my creativity. I noticed that a lot of people are. I'll offer them a simple plan, $100, right? Get all this value for $100. Get all this value for $50, right? Get all this value for $200, right? But I started realizing, like, oh, okay, it doesn't seem like that's what people truly want to do, is get something done with their business. Right? They more interested in, like, living out their personal prerogatives. They not trying to do business. They just trying to, they got self-centered stuff going on. They just want people to be worried about them and buy stuff from them. They ain't really trying to do nothing with or for anyone else. And, they'll go to work. They might, and when I say anyone, I mean except who benefits them, right? So if you got a girlfriend, that don't count, bro. If you doing stuff for your mom and dad, that don't count. Like, like, these are the people who in your life. Like, I'm not talking about like, no, I'm talking about, you don't extend yourself beyond your immediate group of friends. You're like, what they say, you're the top 5 people that you know. When I'm not talking about the 5 people who you be around the most. I'm talking about, what do you do to increase your influence beyond the people who are already rocking with you and comfortable with you. And then social media then tricked y'all into believing that not trying is the way. Right? So if nothing's growing and your product sucked, they say, well, just keep selling it to the same person that already likes it, because that's your true fan. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but if your true fan, the 5 people you giving things to ain't getting nothing from it, which goes back to my initial point, I have to equip at least 10 people with what I have so that they can bring 100 people at this point. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. Like, I'm able to see where is, my limitation. And then that limitation allows me to be more creative instead of just trying to not settle, but force what I have, right? This isn't even settling. Y'all forcing it. Y'all forcing this one-man mission, and it's like, all right, whatever. So that's why I'm here at Rec Philly, because I'm like, all right, we about to run up this bag, right? They done paid out people plenty of money. They done had plenty of people get to the next level, and they didn't do it for them, right? They just gave them the resources and the space to make moves and shape. So a year from now, I already know I'm going to be at a whole nother level, right? That's pretty much that. I already know this is going to take me where I want to go. But it's still my mission and my objective and my goal to get so many people there. My goal is to get 100 people there, right? More importantly, I'm really not worried about getting 1,000 people there. I'm really just worried about getting 100 people to the finish line. And then from there, I'm going to work it, right? So we good. I just need to get 100 of y'all there. I'm not trying to get 1,000 or 1,000,000 or none of that. I'm just trying to get 100 of y'all to the finish line so that we could get some real work done. So that's what this year is about, right? I've already gotten that accomplished. Once I really looked at my goal, I was like, I thought I needed 1,000 people to offer them $100 worth of value so I can make $100,000 creatively. But now I'm like, all right, we're just going to get 100 people and offer them $1,000 worth of value because, like, that's what we have. And then we can collaborate with other people to make it a network of 1,000. And then that can increase just the ability for us to go beyond our goals or even impact someone's life, a lot that might not be directly connected to our network. So you can't wait for them to become responsive or exit the page. Like, what you mean? I'm sitting here trying to upload a file to my phone. I mean, not my phone, to my laptop. They giving me mad bull. So yeah, so that's like part of why we here at Rec, right? Is because we not going for none of the broke mentality. We not going for no more of the scary money. We not going for none of that. And it's so sad because a lot of the people who I worked with, as soon as they found out I was at Rec, they're like, they started being weird. They started being so weird. They're like, well, why'd you go there? And why? And, let's link up and do some work. It's like, bro, we already worked together. You a clown. You don't want to do no work. You want me to work and then you benefit from it. Like, I'm not slow, right? So, I mean, if you know y'all one of them, then don't ask me about coming here or working with me because I'm a say yes, right? I'm gonna say yes. Ask me. You know what? I'm gonna be powerful in the effort of let's do some more work, right? But I'm gonna carry it different this time. I'm gonna promise you at least that much. So if you feel like the shoe fit as I'm saying this, like, oh man, T, he mad that boom. All right, let's do something else. Let's figure it out. Let's have a conversation. Let's do some different work. But I'm gonna guarantee you, like, it's just gonna go a little differently this time. So ain't no shade, no fight, because I gotta forgive myself to truly be where I want to go. I can't be holding on to the corniness, right? So let's get it lit, right? But that's neither here or there. So Rec Philly obviously is going to be a part of my master plan, and I actually want to shout out these two individuals whose books I have because I'm gonna do a video about it in about. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of y'all face in about maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Definitely wish I could have tapped in with you then. Still working now. One of the shows. Boom. Nah, real rap, bro. That's why I said it's never no shade. You know what I'm saying? I know that what I got to do is what I got to do, right? And I can't go on that tangent right now. Once I get the work done, then I'll tell a story and I'll connect on that level, right? So now that I'm here, I done seen what the roadmap of my success is. Then I realized, like, all right, I'm gonna start doing these interviews, and not because the interviews are, this shit is really tripping. So it's not because the interviews are a form of like what I want to monetize or get lit off of. Like, the interviews are literally so that I can create a testimony, because I'm gonna do 365 episodes this year before the end of the year, and then I'm gonna put out one episode each month. And that means I'll have enough interviews for the next 30 years. You feel me? So that's the goal, right? 30 years. So I'm going to be 41, but I'm going to have interviews where I look like this. It's going to be different, right? I'm going to get old on y'all, but the interviews it's going to be a social experiment. It's going to be different. Like, I'm really about to change the game. So that's just one project on top of the fact that I got, like I said, the people that I'm working with to create this system of growth for other people to walk through and, align with their greatness on their creative journeys and all that good stuff. And more importantly, be their authentic self, because that's the first thing, right? I got to get you to being your authentic self before we can get to a bag or I can show you anybody to the community, because if I bring you through and you still being, off brand, then it's just going to look bad on me too. And so I guess the next point I want to make is the events that have been going on here reoccurringly, like I was able to, the events here are lit, right? So I was getting drunk, I was getting pizza every day. They had popcorn machines, they had industry professionals coming through, they had one-on-one meetings. I got a free book. Like, it was so good, It was so good, right? Like, I'm talking about experiences. People will charge you $30 or $40 and then not even guarantee it to you. Like, you'll be like, you want to get a picture, a drink, and some food, and then you get there and half, it's a line and half of it's gone, and it's like people will charge you $30, $40, $100 for this. They just gave it to you for free, and it's not free because I obviously have a membership, so it wasn't free. But just the value in the events itself, just the value in the network itself, just the value of the credits and time that you have to be here. There's so many points that are worth the $1,500. I could charge you $1,500 for one podcast, bro. You know what I mean? I'd love to be a part of it. Man, what? Look, don't say that. See, this don't say that, because, you know what I mean? Don't say that, right? That's how I be. But anyway, lastly, like the events, the events are actually the part that made me recognize, like, all right, we the number one in this, right? We number one in this, because my work ethic is going to be paramount. Like, it's going to be something that this community needs to see, just to even reinvigorate the spirit of what chasing your dreams truly looks like. I know I'm going to be one of the pioneers of that in the future, where when people talk about living your dreams and really taking these risks to get it done, I'm starting to see how I'm the blueprint of that, right? And so that's what I'm here to demonstrate in my first year of being here, is like, I'm him when it comes to this creative entrepreneurship, when it comes to this authenticity, when it comes to building community. Yeah, I'm him. So, like, I'm going to end it on this note with just the updates, right? Because I talked about the interviews, I talked about Greg Philly, I talked about the group chat, I talked about, So the last part I need to talk about is myself, right? I put up a post today, and I learned that I have to start talking about my story more, because people don't understand or trust. See, that's the trickery right there. People understand what I'm talking about. They don't trust it, and they don't communicate that, right? So I'll have the solution that somebody needs, and I wrote about it in my caption, right? I'll read y'all the caption, actually, so that y'all can go take a look at the post. Feel free to share it, engage with it, and all that. And it's like, I used to have a hard time telling my story, because I used to be like, it's not relevant, right? It's not relevant to what I'm teaching. Like, the information I'm giving you is the information that I'm giving you. It's not relevant to you needing to know me, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I never really valued that. I'm like, if there was good information, I would just use the information. I don't care if it comes from a pasty old white man, a Mexican woman, a black guy, a gay person. I don't care. Like, if it's good information, bro, I'm using it. And if the good information has been, validated and proven, then I'm going with it. It's about the information of the truth about it for me, right? But then I started realizing, like, when you come from the environments we come from, our trust is all jacked up. And those are the people that I attempt to, make this available for. And then anybody else who sees a value for it. But I'm intentional about making it available and accessible to the people who come from the situations that I come from, who want to come out of it, right? And so I talked a little bit about myself in my most recent post, so I'm gonna read the caption. So my computer is like, I'm gonna just reset it, because like, it is fighting me, and I'm upset. It is fighting me. All right, so I'm gonna read the post. Of course. I said, please refrain from complaining to me about privilege-related issues. It is often said that suffering is subjective, but as a king, I do not experience it. I willingly make sacrifices for my people to ensure brighter days ahead. Therefore, when you express grievances about choices you've made in your life, I find it challenging to empathize. When you mention feeling tired from work, my emotions cannot mirror your exhaustion. Likewise, if you express dissatisfaction with your meals, I cannot display a disapproving countenance. When you share your fear of creating, I cannot contain my anticipation. My fear is that you will invest significant. My fear is that I will invest significant effort only for you to genuinely believe that we are equals. I want to stop right there and talk about that, right? Because I find that to be very insulting, right? Like, you don't try as hard as Jordan. You didn't go through what Jordan went through, but then you associate yourself with Jordan and you never even played basketball before, right? People who will judge Michael Jackson and judge Prince and just judge people through the comments and just the people, the trolls, like, that's the part that gets me. It's like, the fact that you would even believe that we equal gives me great fear about your mental health. I'll be concerned with y'all. Like, y'all really don't be knowing the difference between what's real and fake. I guess maybe y'all be spending so much time doing what I'm going to talk about in the rest of this post, right? Because I made this connection. Like, I've really been digesting this. Because I am concerned that your privileges may lead you to perceive them as problems, right? I'm concerned that your privileges may lead you to perceive them as actual problems. See, a lot of times y'all have a car and be like, my car is my biggest issue. Y'all have a family and be like, my family is the biggest issue. Y'all be having food on y'all plate and be like, the food on my plate is the biggest issue. The things y'all actually have that people do not have, the privileges that y'all be having, right, be y'all biggest fucking problems. Like, it be blowing my mind because y'all don't even respect or honor the fact that people don't have these things to make them a problem. Like, that you so interested in having something else that you gonna make what you have the problem. So I'm not gonna get caught up in that, right? It troubles me when people overlook life's important aspects due to the privilege of being self-centered. Because now we live in this era where you can just prioritize yourself like it's cute. And then you got a whole bunch of people who fly around it and make it seem like you being fucking selfish is cute. Like, this shit is not cute. And when you turn old, and you like 50 or 60 years old and you don't trust nobody and nobody knows you because you didn't grow up with them, they didn't go to high school with you, they didn't see your first marriage, they don't know none of your kids, and then you got to marry and lay up with some stranger, y'all 60 years old, eating TV dinners because your children don't take care of you and their children don't take care of them, so now y'all got to take care of each other and walk. Yo, I done seen this. I done seen elderly people who have to literally take care of each other because they're not connected to nothing or nobody. It's sad, and you can tell that they was just selfish. That's all it was. It was a level of, they had an addiction. They didn't show up for their kids. They didn't make the sacrifices for people around them, and that's why they don't got nobody around them. They catching a train with another selfish 60-year-old, and they got to navigate this bitch by themselves, and that's how y'all look at 20. Y'all do this shit to yourselves at 20. Y'all be lonely as hell finding other lonely people to scour the remains of this earth. So I am worried that your success may perpetuate harmful narratives that affect the rest of us. I don't need to go there. Because a lot of this self-love is turning into, I don't care if anybody else gets hurt, right? As long as I feel good about what I'm doing. I seen a video of some people butt naked celebrating their points of, you know what I'm saying, belief around children. They naked and they around children making themselves promiscuous around children because they're expressing their own values and views, right? And so you harming the children, you harming my ability to raise them. Like, you don't even care what this do to anyone else, as long as you get the benefit from it at this point. And this is America. I see that this is what it's become, and I want to tell. I'm gonna give a little tidbit at the end. I worry that your success. Oh, I already added that part. I am apprehensive. This is the part I was talking about earlier. I am apprehensive that I may possess what you require, but when I ask you to work for it, you will decline. Instead, you might be enticed by someone who tells you what you want to hear, takes your money, and causes harm. This is what we got going on, right? So all of that stuff that y'all hearing that's not progressing y'all situation and make you feel good and make you feel okay about not listening to the truth at this point, because y'all being reinforced with lies. So when somebody tell y'all the truth, y'all make the truth the opposition. Man, look, I fear my family might come across this and misconstrue that I am in need of assistance. All this time, my intentions were simply to aid humanity in overcoming its flaws and limitations. Boy, do y'all know I could have y'all's corny little job? You know I could show up fake just like you and have your job? I could go to school and I would ace the school that y'all waste. I see y'all homework assignments. I talk to y'all college kids, man. That should be easy. I would walk circles around y'all college curriculum. Like, the stuff I study is way harder than that. Like, I would dust college. Like, college is so easy. I remember when I went to college, the hardest part was dealing with the unethical, unintegral interest of people. Like, it was like people come to their job just to be unintegral, just to mock the system that they work in. It was so just unrighteous. I was like, why would I want to do that? Like, so I got away from that. And so the reason why I shared that is because, like, yo, I don't want nobody to think that this is no cry for help. I could go to my mama's house right now. I want y'all to know that y'all can't get rid of me. That's what I need y'all to know. You can't get rid of me. I'm going to be up here. You might as well unfollow me. I'm going to just keep running it up. I'm going to keep blowing it up. I'm going to keep talking heavy. You heard me? I'm coming. I'm good. Never gonna stop. I'm never gonna die. I got artwork out here. I got content. You could kill me today and you're just gonna make me more famous. Like, I'm unkillable. I followed the rubrics of my ancestors. I materialized into this world. I crystallized my thoughts, and you can't get rid of me no more. I'm infinitely, and I'm an infinite being. Y'all lucky y'all don't got no babies out here. Because if I made a baby, then you'd really be in trouble, right? So that's all I have left on my to-do list. Let me have a kid, and I have binded my physical essence to this third dimensional plane, and y'all them duck, right? That's gonna be the cup of it all. Is that this black man reconceives himself in his likeness, in his image of the Most High, with no stains and no immoral desire to just be. I'm clean. I don't have no trauma. I forgive myself. I love myself. You feel me? Ain't no impurities in here. So that's what I had to share here today, man. Because you dig? I feel like I'm going to do this once a week here at Rec Philly specifically. Like, because, you know, y'all know I do this from the crib. I got the Thursday town hall meetings for the creative chat. So I'm already dedicated to Thursdays. Like, all right, boom. You know, that's for them. Like, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to talk about, I have a poll in there. You know, I just attend to whatever it is that community needs first on Thursdays. Virtually, right? Because y'all know I hate meetings. I'm not meeting up with you. So if you come, you know, we do it on live feed. But like this, me doing a recap is like I'm gonna be in here and I want to be, I cannot even fucking lie to y'all, bro. Like my fucking computer though, is fucking pissing me off. My fucking computer, I'm cussing now. I'm fucking mad, right? But all right, so back to my point. I'm gonna come in here to Rec Philly so that I can, you know, recap my moments, because I'm going to be working so hard that I got to, like, slow it down and, like, reflect on what I'm doing, because, like, I've already done 15 interviews in 10 days. This is no understatement. I've been here since last Friday. So, wait. Yeah, no. A Friday and then Tuesday, Monday. So, yeah, like 13 days, maybe max. Bro, I got, like, 15 interviews. So my goal is if I do 2 interviews a day, I'll have this done in 180 days. If I can get 2.5 done, I can get this done in about like 150 days. And if I can get 3 done, then I can do it in 120 days. But I'll have 365 episodes, and then I can release 1 episode each month. And then by the time I'm 50, I'll still look 30, and y'all gonna be hating because I'll still have content of my 50-year-old ass whipping y'all ass. 50 years old whipping your fucking ass, bitch. Sorry. So no, I'm out of here. I gotta make a more professional video. I got some books and some stuff I want to cover, and I gotta use up the rest of these credits for this room because I had a meeting initially, but you know, they had some inconveniences. So I used this time to do my recap. Funny enough, I actually had this booked already for my recap, but then I filled it up with an interview. But here we are today, so making the best of it. And then yeah, so I'm about to make my real video for YouTube where I'm going to talk about this book that I got from one of my interviews that I did with this lady who writes grants. This is the Art Economic Empowerment Workbook, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit because I haven't gone through it yet, so I want to just like timestamp in my life like that I haven't read it yet, who I was before and then who I'm going to become, and then this is also what I'm going to talk about too. And then, you know what I mean, that book's about, you know, creating a curriculum for yourself as a creative. So yeah, man, we out of here. I thank y'all for y'all time. And if y'all looking forward to anything else, just go to my website, subscribe. Should DM me. I ain't that busy. What's up?